Welcome guys to a brand new channel. It's Connor here, and I'm going to be running this channel with my good friend Garrett. He had all the equipment from the old thing he did, and we're just going to be doing this for fun, so don't expect like a ton of serious work. So we're going to be kind of starting out here. We're going to try to get into this more and more and more, and hopefully be posting daily by the time summer comes around. But between school and we both play baseball, it's going to be kind of hard. So myself, Connor, I'm going to be posting some more FIFA-oriented stuff. I'm going to be posting some Rainbow Six, some GTA, some games like that. And then my friend Garrett is going to be posting some FIFA, and he's going to be posting some more Madden-oriented content. Getting that goal, great goal by Bonner there, he's insane. You're going to see by the thumbnail of this video. I absolutely love this card. So starting out at this point in Weekend League, I was 1-7. I know, it's not good at all. And keep in mind, I'm not like the best FIFA player ever. I don't think that I'm terrible. I don't think that I'm amazing. And I consistently get, like, this is my third week in league, and I've gotten silver 2. No, that's silver 2, my bad. Silver 1. I had 17 wins. I was 17-17, and then I choked it away. Somehow I was playing in the middle of the game. And the other 2 I've gotten gold. I got this weekend in gold. And that's one thing I want to go into, is I started out 1-7. And my first weekend league ever, I started out 8-3. Second one was 8-3, and this is my third. So one thing I want to go into is what time or how can you maximize your weekend league wins? And if I would have known before this weekend, I started taking stats because of the way I've been playing my first 2. And if I would have known like how I would have been playing beforehand, I would have not played the what times I did. Because for some reason with me, if I play anywhere between, I would say 6:30ish to about 10, I don't win anything. Like at this point, I'm 1-7, and you're seeing here games that I played from around 11:30 to 4 in the morning. And I don't suggest like you can go out there and like play till 4 in the morning if your parents don't let you, or you don't feel like staying up that late. You're not a late night person. Find a different time of the day that you're comfortable with. But from here on out, I think I went on a 9 or 10 game win streak. Absolutely crazy run of play. So try to find that time if it's one of your first few weekend leagues. I'm sure that if it's one of your like 10th or 11th weekend league, you should be fine by now, and you shouldn't like have to worry about times a day. But considering this is my third, this weekend I'm gonna go into my fourth. I'll be posting a little bit of stuff from here and there. Try to find a time of the day that works best for you, because I feel that the harder players play around dinner time, and the easier players play when you wake up really early in the morning or you stay up really late at night. That's just my thoughts. So try to find your time of the day. And just to let you what am I saying? I'm freaking retarded. Just to let you guys know a little bit about my team that I'm running. So I'm running a 4-3-2-1. Left forward, I have Ozymandias Dembele as player of the group stage card. Absolutely insane card, love it. I didn't really like his inform that much when I used it. I don't really know why. I think I like my forwards on their strong foot so they can shoot across the goal. At striker, I have a Aubameyang, who I absolutely love. If you are struggling in FIFA and you have enough coins, go buy Aubameyang. He will change your team in half a second. He can shoot long shots, 6'2", so he can hit it in the goal. Great low-driven shot, 96 speed. Great player. Right forward, another player that I suggest, if you can partner him up with Aubameyang in a team, it'd be absolutely insane. That's what I've done here, is the ones to watch Mane. You can buy him for about 200k, but you can buy his inform card for I think 130ish. So I would say it's a great investment. I love the card. He's doing really dang good in real life. See that Liverpool is like 1-8 in their last however many games, and he's just great. He runs up the wing. Him and Aubameyang partner perfectly together. So going into like how to get these teams, if you're starting out, which I'm to the 8 people here, I'm guessing maybe like 1 of your 2 reviews starting out, and 3 of these accounts are probably going to be mine, and 3 of them are going to be my mom's, but whatever. Try to like do the SBCs, and those help a ton. The bronze, do the bronze pack method, upgrade. Like the De Gea that I'm running at goalie, packed him in a free 2-player trade-up pack, which was insane. And my Smalling, I packed in an untradeable pack. So untradeable packs give out a lot more than normal packs, because so far this year I've probably spent around 150, which is kind of embarrassing for me considering I'm broke. I've probably spent around 150 on the game. and I've gotten absolutely zero return. In all my years of FIFA, I've packed one notable player, and I wasn't even there to pack him. I wouldn't even say I packed him. Me and my friend shared an account in FIFA 15. Loved that game, and he packed Hernan Crespo when I wasn't on. And that's the only pack I've ever had. I packed one walkout this year and $150 worth of packs, and that's been Frank Ribery, who goes for absolutely nothing. Which is kind of disappointing because, it could have been Pogba. And then I have friends out there like my good friend Seth, who packed 1.1 million coins worth of players and 500k packs, packed a walkout every single one, packed a legend. And so I guess it's just my luck. And what's really helped me build up these coins is doing the SBCs, making investments, and there's a bunch of Twitter accounts out there and stuff you can do to make your investments worthwhile. Like a few weeks ago, I looked up this guy. He had ones to watch investments, and he told you a week beforehand who was playing, when, where, and why to invest in him. And I invested in Nicholas Gaitan for 39,000 coins. I can leave his link in the description below. And before he even played the next day, he was already selling for 53,000 coins, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I made a bunch of coins off of that. Good 17 victory right here. And it just goes to show that people not knowingly buy cards depending on who they're playing with, if that makes sense. A few weeks ago, I had no idea. Luckily, I didn't buy him because I was about to, but when John Stones scored a goal, even though he's terrible, I love Manchester City, but hate the dude. Gives up a freaking goal whenever he's in, and Claudio Bravo really just needs to go. He's god-awful. He's let in 14 goals in his last 21 shots. But he scored a goal, and his price shot up 20k immediately, which is absolutely insane because I don't even think he's worth that much with his inform card. I feel like his inform card would drop down to 10k immediately. It's not that good. If you look at a card like that Informal Reed, I think it goes for 28,000 coins at lowest price, or 20,000 coins at lowest price. He's insane. That's a good buy right there. And the SBCs kind of help you make those easy coins, get a better team. And one tip with the SBCs is all the SBC players that you pack and are never going to use, don't sell them on, don't quick sell them. Keep them in your club. You can use them in future SBCs. For example, I've been doing this since I think about 1 or 2 months into FIFA when I got the game. I normally get on release date, but I didn't get it this year. I got 2K instead, and I didn't like it. So try to keep those players. I think I have around 1,200 players built up in my club now, and it's really helpful for doing SBCs. I did the whole entire Petite SBC for completely free. I didn't spend absolutely any on that, and then a lot of the times if you open bronze packs during the middle of the week, get on and spend 5k on bronze packs. You'll make your profit back easy within a few weeks. For example, this week on my account, I had 6 or 7 center backs from the Hyundai League, the Australian League, and I made 4k on each of those. Those players went up insane prices, and I was sniping them too, and they went up insane prices. I made 30k this week, and then last week, I believe it was last week, it was last week because the weekend league was canceled. I think it was 48,000 coins from sniping on the Portugal defenders, and I can release some sniping videos for you guys for marquee matchups. I can also release how to do SBCs for cheap. For example, the League and Nation, even though I've already done those, but I can show you guys. And just keep those players in your club because they're eventually going to have worth. So the 350 coin player in your club that quick sells, that random 75 rated gold player, I almost guarantee by the end of the year is going to be going for at least 1.5k at some point. So another thing I want to say, which is kind of be me re-saying what I've already said in a way, is invest smart. So for say you have someone, you think I doubt this is gonna happen, but you say one of those SBC cards come out for the Korean League, you're not gonna want to invest in a bunch of Korean players because no one's gonna want that card. Versus, I feel in the next maybe few weeks, hopefully few days would be amazing. I doubt that's gonna happen. Few weeks or few months, hopefully they release a SBC for the Bundesliga, which is going to be the top goal scorer from last year, which will be Robert Lewandowski. That card would be insane. For me, I could care less about SBC cards because I'd rather have a card that was tradable and I could do more stuff with it. so I could build new teams. If I didn't like them, I could sell them, go buy other players rather than have an SBC card. Because if I had an SBC card, I'd feel like I need to use it. But go like invest in players. Like I looked at a bunch of different clubs in the Bundesliga, and I invested in center backs, left backs, and right backs for each team. Besides like the bigger clubs with all golds, I invested in some like rare silvers and stuff like that because those players are going to be going for a ton of coins if a player like Lewandowski comes out. Sorry about that. Who's going to be like 93 or 94 rated, which is going to be crazy. So if a card like that comes out, those players are going to shoot up in price a ton. I feel like that SBC would cost anywhere from around 600, 700,000 coins if you didn't have anybody to start out with. So if you invest in some basic players from teams that have maybe one gold center back and everybody else's in their defense is silver, and you just pick up those players now for like 300 or 400 coins, which is what I did. I picked up a bunch of players in the Bundesliga for say 300 and 400 coins, and I feel at some point if that SBC hopefully ever does come out, that I'm going to be making a ton of bank on those cards. And also, if those cards don't get anything, I can quick sell them and I'll make like a 100 coin loss, but it's not like the end of the world by any means. And if I keep those cards, I'm sure that eventually they're going to have a marquee matchups or a different SBC to do with their team or league at some point also. So going back into more gameplay, my team consists of Dembele at left forward, Aubameyang at striker, right forward Mane. Left center mid, I have Gonzalo Castro, who's super well-rounded, along with right center mid Fernandinho, and my center mid is Julian Draxler. And for this next coming weekend league, hopefully with my rewards, I'll release those on hopefully Wednesday night or Thursday. For those rewards, I'm going to kind of want, hopefully I can get around 80k, I would hope. I have a ones to watch Sane in my club that I can sell if I really needed to. But I kind of don't want to because he's had 3 games and 3 goals, and I absolutely love that guy in real life. So, I kind of want to get left center mid Thiago, and if I pack something insane, hopefully I can get his inform card because I had that earlier in the year and he was really good. But if I get that inform Thiago, and then I can stick Gaia at left back because those will be the only links right there, and then I'll stick. I have Bartra at left center back right now, but hopefully I can afford that Sergio Ramos, his normal card. And if I get all 3 of those cards right there, my team will be complete because my defensive line will have Gaia or whoever I decide, like good Spanish left back at left back. And then I'll have Sergio Ramos and Chris Smalling, who I think are the 2 best defenders in the game for like reasonable prices, so no like legends or stuff like that. So the reasonable price center backs, I would say anything below 100k is probably reasonable at this point in FIFA. And then I have not Neuer in goal, what am I saying? De Gea in goal, who's great for me. He started out kind of slow, and I like Butland more, so I didn't use him for a while, but he's played like 200 games for me by now, and I absolutely love the guy now. He's kind of grown on me. And then my right back is Hector Bellerin, because he's super good in this game. He's super quick. And if you want to change that to Kyle Walker, or if you have center mid SBC Khan in the middle and you want to use him, do that. Go ahead. Those players are great. So just kind of play who you're comfortable with, and if you use, like, you have the coins and you're not really used to having like the coins to buy like a Messi or Ronaldo, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Like, for instance, in FUT drafts and stuff like that, I'll win like 2 or 3 games, but I can't go past that because I'm not used to using players like, look at this is the game that was crazy. It's my last game right here that I'm showing, and EA need to fix something like this. Like, this guy went up 2-0, and I just brought the momentum back, and I believe in momentum in this game. It's absolutely crazy how much like a momentum shift can happen in my eyes. And you're gonna see this goal in a second. I absolutely laughed my head off. Like, I had to mute my like game volume because I started dying. You could just hear my like burst out laughing. It was hilarious. I don't know how I didn't finish this, but then his player just passes it into the net for me. So thanks for that, whoever that was. And for instance, so if I play with like a Messi or Ronaldo in draft, I don't play that good because I'm not used to using those players. I'd rather save up like an 8 or 9k squad. For instance, on my Road to Glory account. This isn't my Road to Glory account, obviously, but I'd rather do that and be players that I'm more comfortable with using for over the past years than a player like Messi or Ronaldo. I'd have like an inform here, an inform there, and get a well-rounded squad. So, tailing to the end of the video, I was down 2-0 within like 13 minutes, and then I'm right back in this game. I'm up 3-2 at half, and this is where I just feel the momentum kicking. I just kept the attack on all game. I had a ton more shots, and beyond that point, I was just absolutely killing this guy. Felt kind of bad because his player scored 2 own goals, and if that didn't happen, it would be tied right now. Sorry for that. And that's just how this kind of ends off. I felt bad. This guy scores a kind of a late goal right here, and this is going to be the end of the video after this goal. And hopefully you guys will like the video, subscribe, leave anything down below. I know the audio is not the best because I didn't have my mic with me. And please leave any comments or suggestions you have down below for anything we could do. I'll hopefully release my rewards whenever they come out on Wednesday and Thursday. And see you guys later.